Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Echoes in the Dark. I am Bloodborne. Uh, if you guys celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. Any other festive holidays that you may be celebrating as well, uh, I hope you're enjoying them. Let me bring my music back in here. So, yeah. If you guys can see the title of the show, what I'm going to talk about is some Standing Stone Games stuff, and also going to be doing another day of the Yule stuff on the Hobbit Minstrel. At least that's the goal, anyway. So, yeah, hope you guys are having a great holiday season. Mine was actually pretty chill, which I needed. If I can find my cursor, there it is. There we go. Yeah, so I think a lot of stuff has been asked. That's where I'm just doing I'm just going to do it by myself, though. Sorry, man. Because I may like just stop what I'm doing periodically, but yeah, so I think a lot of the stuff has been already addressed with Standing Stone Games and Warner Brothers and Turbine. I know a lot of folks have watched the YouTube video that I posted a few days ago, and it's again, it's one of those things that we'll talk about. It's a good thing. I'm really excited for what that means for our game. And I mean our game as players. I think it's something that we could all be excited for going forward. Are there any... Again, this is all perspective from my end. Obviously, I have no official ties or anything like that. But, are there any things that you guys are concerned about or... want to see out of this transition? Are you happy? You're scared? You're worried? You're excited? All of the above? What does it look like for you? Because I know what it looks like for me. Again, I am pretty excited about the Switch. And for anybody who has possibly missed it, I don't know how that's possible at this point, but if you have in some way, shape, or form missed the announcement that Turbine and Warner Brothers are no longer involved in the development of the Lord of the Rings Online and Dungeons and Dragons Online, which it was also confirmed that Asheron's Call is shutting down. Was that like 17 years that game's been on? That's a pretty solid run for any game, really. Yeah. Really would... From the way Cordovan spoke, it was really that Daybreak was going to be handling, things like payroll and health insurance, that kind of stuff. So I mean, I'm kind of thinking that's going to be very little involvement, but help if they need it. I mean, the developers that are here is basically the team that was involved on the two MMOs, DDO and LOTRO, are still here. They're still going to be doing the same jobs. The way it was talked about is it sounds like Mordor is closer to a reality. From what it sounds like, that's going to be a 2017 thing. We'll probably see update 20, and then we'll probably see Mordor. If it's anything like we've had in the past, the expansions have been late in the year. So Moria released in what was that, October or November? I remember it released around the same time that Wrath of the Lich King did for a while. I do remember that. Because I remember going into the GameStop near where I work, and I was the only one who had the Mines of Moria special edition pre-ordered, and around all of these other boxes of Wrath, I said, hey, I was just here to pick up a pre-order. Like, oh, did you buy Wrath? I'm like, no, actually, that Lord of the Rings Online copy is mine. And they're like, oh, we were wondering who bought that. How is that game? I'm like, I don't know, I like it a lot. And going forward from there, I think most of them have been pretty late in the year. So if that's any indication, again, everything we're talking about here, unless it's been officially posted by anyone from Standing Stone, is purely speculation and really just opinion. I don't know. The Daybreak thing doesn't bother me at all. I know a lot of people are mixed on that. Probably more so than excited or upset about it. But I've said this before. I honestly don't think that people come to work every day and want to put out a crap product. I think there might be situations where people have unrealistic expectations of what someone can and cannot do from both inside and outside. And especially when the expectations from inside are too high, then it sets the bar. We as players tend to set that bar even higher than that. And then obviously disappointment can really be defined as when expectations are not met. I, for one, try to be very optimistic about everything that happens in the game. I enjoy the game, and I will play it until it goes dark. I've said this many times. If I knew that the game was shutting down tomorrow, I would have fun tonight. Plain and simple. There's nothing I could do to control that, so I'm not going to stress myself out over that. I will enjoy what I have. And I think, right now we have a really good opportunity to provide feedback to Standing Stone Games and the developers of Lord of the Rings Online. And, hopefully we'll see some good things coming for the future. I truly do think that there were some issues with the way things were structured after the buyout for Warner Brothers that probably caused a lot of issues for us as players. What's up, Kadithy and Zingor? How you guys doing? So, I don't know. Take that for what it is. And you're going to hear a lot about this in the coming days, weeks, months. Because there's anytime you have a big switch like this, you're going to have a lot of uncertainty, and people oftentimes are scared of uncertainty, even when it comes to something like a game that we play for fun. I don't know that. What I'm hoping is that Daybreak provides Standing Stone the support that they need to do what they need to do. Plain and simple. I hope that from our end as players, we don't see a drastic change unless it's for better. And I think that's where we'll go. I talk about this a lot with people I work with sports. Jared Lego, what's up? Merry Christmas, buddy. the thing I always talk about is, as a sports fan, you know, we see, in the cases of like head coaches as a prime example. You know, if a team is not doing well, oh, it's the head coach's job. Get him fired. Get him out of here. You know, don't give the guy an opportunity to build a program. You know, just get him out of here. And when people mess up, they just want people fired. That's all there is to it. And unfortunately, that's the way of a lot of things anymore. Is you know, if anybody messes up, all right, that's no problem. If anybody messes up, the immediate reaction is, we want them fired. We want them gone. This is terrible. Like, I expect better. Well, and the problem with that is bringing somebody else in to do that job is going to have to learn. They're going to have to learn a system. They're going to have to learn a process. They're going to have to learn the people and their skill sets. They're going to have to learn rather than build, you know, and you could argue that, you know, they've had 10 years with the game. But there's a lot of things that we look at as players that we say, oh, this is just an easy fix. You know, yeah, it's easy for us to say from outsider looking in or not understanding the actual code or the engine that the game runs on. You know, you could fix the smallest thing, like, you know, fixing the clipping, for instance, on a character, but that messes up something else, you know. So I think we're very quick to criticize, but not actually provide feedback. And those are two very, very different things in my mind. Feedback is typically when you observe a certain behavior and then you provide a solution for it, or, you know, provide the impact that it has on you. So say something very, very blatant, like recently with the tier 1 chests on a couple of the bosses in Throne, where you could not loot them. Obviously, the observed, you know, issue or behavior there is, hey, I did the content, I went to loot the box, and it just disappeared. That made me pretty pissed off, or that left me pretty angry because I did the work and I didn't get what I was promised, essentially. So, you know, if you just say, you know, screw this company, they don't know what they're doing, well, you've really accomplished nothing other than whining. And I think, like I said, this is the perfect time. This is the perfect time to provide feedback. And I've talked about this for a long time. Any of you guys that have watched me in the streams for the last few years, you know that I am typically very optimistic about things. Sure, as a human being, there are things that I get frustrated with in this game. Absolutely. But I have sent in my fair share of bug reports, you know, even with video links to show exactly what the problem is, and, you know, gone the route of providing feedback of, you know, this particular thing is frustrating. I would really like to see that. So yeah, I think, like I said, now is a good time. Is it going to be inappropriate to yell here every now and then? No, not at all. But like I said, that's with the transition to Standing Stone. Really, like I said, keeping all the same developers intact and having the supported Daybreak. I think for our game, it's going to be good. And like I said, if it got shut down tomorrow, you know, that's that. And it'd be on to the next chapter. But, you know, from this transition, from what the developers are going through, knowing that the license is actually renewed, not just acquired, that lines up with them talking about having a 2.5-year plan, kind of short term, if you will, for the game, because the way Sir Verlin put it was, If we do that too much further out, we're simply not going to be able to deliver on that because things change. So, hey, Rowan, what's up? So that's something that I truly am excited for. I think that this is a great opportunity for the game to kind of maybe in a way return to its roots. Maybe it's a good time for that. And really excel at what this game did well. And what a lot of people had said over the years is that the things that this game excelled well in was the storytelling, the landscape, and the instances. I know there's a lot of PvP players out there, but this has never been a PvP game. It's been a side project, and maybe this will be the time where they can do something with that. Maybe. My take on PvP, as you know, I've spent many hours out in the moors. I don't do it as much as I did. I have several rank 6s, couple rank 7s. I know there's 15s out there all the way to, I know there's plenty of guys that got more time in it than me, but I understand it. My take on PvP, and I know this is largely disagreed with, but I think in a game where, like this one, where we have PvP as a hang on a sec. The original Moxie, really being optimistic is far better if you love the game. Constructive criticism is good, but constant pessimism drives players away and tends to send the game into a tailspin. I'm staying optimistic until Standing Stone proves me otherwise. Exactly. And thank you for that comment. I appreciate that. So, back to the PvP stuff. My take on PvP for this game would be that I'm a little reluctant to even talk about this. My take on it would actually be to standardize it. And what I mean by that is that every we'll use a champion, for example, since that's my main. Every champion is really the same. You can have your different specs, but that's it. Armor doesn't mean anything. Jewelry doesn't mean anything. Allies don't mean anything. Not for PvP anyway. I think that's where we've kind of gotten into a really bad spot is because of things like allies and essences that have really blown the numbers out for the creeps, and trying to mathematically combat that on the creep side with nothing to that effect is difficult. So, what made me even think of this as a possibility was thinking back to several years ago when champions, for example, we had a fervor stance penalty in PvE. So we had that minus 30% incoming healing modifier in PvE. And it was really designed to prevent you or to encourage you not to just run fervor all the time. So we started to see a lot of Ardor tanks or Ardor champs, and then people using Glory more and stuff like that. But when you went out to the Ettenmoors, that minus 30% was gone. You actually got all of your healing modifier back. And that's what really makes me think, also with, things like level scaling out in the moors, level scaling up to 105, and then with big battles, level scaling down, we know that works too. So there's a few things I think that could be done systematically that would really address a lot of people's frustrations with it, and really make it truly based on skill. You could still have rank. You could still have rewards specific to rank. That's fine. But the thing that I would really like to see is it PvP at its purest form is about skill. And again, My opinion. If you look at some of the top games as far as PvP go, you don't level up outside of for matchmaking purposes. Take Overwatch, for example. You log in, you play the class that you play. You're either good at them or you're not. Plain and simple. You could have prestiged 5 times. The weapons are the same. Everything is the same. So, for example, there is a they have a festival thing right now for Overwatch, and it's everybody that logs in to that match style plays the same character. So quite literally, it comes down to your skill. That's what I like about PvP. I don't like the fact that just because someone has a lot more time to spend in the game is better because they have more gear or something like that. I should be able to go to toe-to-toe with anybody. And what I think that would really help... Hey, Gussie, what's up? What I think would really be beneficial to that is that would open the door for a few things. That would open the door for much easier balancing for player versus player. And I understand that is a hot topic all the time. All the time is balancing. Well, if every champion is the same, and every minstrel is the same, and every, if we look at all these characters and they're all the same, it makes it much easier to balance them or raise and lower particular skills or particular things, because you're not going to say, well, hey guys, guess what? I found out if you use all of these legacies with these essences, you get this stupid, ridiculous crit modifier and you can one-shot people. It takes that off the table. That opens the door for hotfixes for really specific things, and it really, there's obviously a potential that you could have some of that spill over to PvE. But basically, almost look at it as a session play. And like I said, I know this is probably a pretty wild idea, but it would also allow for maybe some arena style stuff, some battleground style stuff, and that's something that I think would be pretty cool for the game. You could make it story driven. You could make it so that much like the skirmishes are, but you retool those so that they're actually PvP instances. And I think that would be a very positive draw for the game. Again, I don't know. I guess the only downside to the arena side of things, I think that if you did battlegrounds or war zones or whatever you want to call them, if you didn't have gear or rewards or something like that, there really wouldn't be a good reason to do it, other than the fact that you just like it. Other than a lot of the top PvP games that do it based on skill have a lot of skins or cosmetics. So, still, if you see somebody rolling out there with that cloak or that shield or whatever, damn, like, that's dope, So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Again, I know there's almost no likelihood of that ever happening, but I've certainly submitted that. It'll be on here again for any of the devs that rewatch this. I did mention it to Pinion when we did the interview with him while we were doing the Throne Raid a couple weeks back about story-driven PvP instance content. I think it'd be fun. It's another way for people to enjoy the game and the story. Just think of like Trouble in Tuckbaroo. If you, as the Freeps, you start where you normally start. If you're the Creeps, you start actually that you've already taken over the Great Smeals. And then basically you do 2 rounds and you flip. We already have the lockboxes ready in the game. Sure, yeah. I mean, so that could be something that's utilized for that. Is, you know, you have a PvP lockbox or something like that. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities, and I think the cool thing is that there's a lot of the technology is already in place. It would really just be implementation. And the thing that I would really like to see at all is honestly just put it on, you know, Palantir, or put it on Bullroar and see what people do with it. See if they like it. If they completely hate it, just discard it. But give it a shot, you know. Mordor would be a good time for it, I would think, because it gives you an opportunity. Like, Mordor is full out. This is the last ditch. You know, this is the big battle for everything. So I think that would be a good try. Let's see. This is why PvP is so darn tricky. If you want players to be balanced to a point, but you also have to be able to have that card up your sleeve, so to speak, for each class too. And I also agree, PvP should be based on skill, not how long you play the game to get all the gear, etc. Yeah, see, man, it's just like, I think really Essences just kind of threw a wrench into that whole thing. The LIs were one thing, because it was very kind of finite what you were going to top out at with that, but Essences really kind of really mess with it. And then also having Audacity too. Any game that has a PvP stat, I typically like WoW has PvP power. So they'll have something, but it's I'm not sure if Star Wars has it anymore or not. I remember at one point they no, actually I don't think they did, because I used to use my gear in PvE all the time. But I don't know. That's just kind of my ramblings. What I was thinking about, you know, after hearing the announcement, those are some of the things that I'd be looking for and looking to change. Yeah, I mean, I like PvP for what it is. Player versus player. I don't need a trophy or a title or anything. I just need to know I beat you or I lost. Keep track of that stuff, and that's fine. You can throw a deed in there if you want or something like that, but that's how I feel about that. But let's do this. So we got about a half hour or so, because in which game, Kadisi? Star Wars or WoW? But in the meantime, what we're gonna do is we are gonna go ahead and hop in game, and I'm going to do another day. I need 2 more days of Yule Festival stuff to complete that quest, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and play some Bert. Look at him, chilling with the snowman, arm around the shoulder. Alright, let me go back up here and I'll get these quests. Ski, actually, this festival is not too bad. I think since it's actually held in this town, I like it more than the other ones. With I mean, I've done PvP in LOTRO, Age of Conan, Warcraft, Star Wars: The Old Republic. I feel like there's something else too. But I mean, I've played in a bunch of other games, and the most fun that I've ever had doing PvP in an MMO style game has been doing Battlegrounds in Warcraft and Warzones and Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Are they really? Do you know what it is?
Stay a moment.
I mean, Meg, Destiny is like an MMO light. Or, because I mean it has some of the mechanics of an MMO, just not all of them.
What can I do for you?
Good day. Might we have a word with you?
And remember, stay in here long enough this time. It's closed right now.
I'll not be ignored. Stay and hear me out.
Could I speak with you a moment? Will you give me a moment of your time, friend?
Nice bang. Alright, let's see what we got here. So yeah, I mean, are there any things that you guys want to talk about as far as Standing Stone or Daybreak, or anything along those lines? Do you just want things to pretty much continue as they are now? Ski, I am cautiously optimistic. I am hoping for the best. Yeah. There's a few folks that have seemed like the comments from the developers, and just they get the sense. The description was that they feel like they're being released from Isengard and they're free peoples once again. Just so I understand correctly, the same people who make the games LOTRO and DDO are the same people who run SSG. Yes, that is correct. They do own the game. Daybreak is simply the publisher. And when asked, it was Yeah, I don't think that'll fly too well. That logo is like the same thing. They already have the Kickstart stuff. But yep, basically. Yeah, everything else should stay the same. Not too much thus far. We're just talking about some PvP stuff. That's really about it. Since you left.
Why are you bothering me?
Why are you bothering me? Is the real question. What's up, John Player? Oh, cool. You're just in the nick of time. Go ahead and sit here through this one and then get the credit for it. No. Peace out. Macrumber, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Good to see you. That's where right now it's a good way to get the Athelion stuff. There's some cool the mount this year is really cool. I like this one. That's usually what drives me to do a lot of stuff is how good the mount is on stuff like this. So I like this one. I think this one's really good. Yep. A lot of hobbits up there. Hobbits throw that stuff right in their junk. All right, stay this long enough to actually get the credit. Yeah, there we go.
Happy you do.
Yeah, that's a lot. I mean, that's 12 days of running it. Unless you also have other tokens from other festivals. What's the deed?
I'm sorry, did you need something?
Man, this guy doesn't have his deeds done. No wonder he's so low. Dang. That's the funny thing is, the other mini does actually have all that stuff done.
Greetings.
Yikes.
Tell me what you need or move along.
Hello, friend. Would you help me with something?
Oh, let's see if we can actually do this again. See, berries, eggs, mushrooms, maybe the drink to hopefully reset it.
Hello there.
You can wait to speak to Ona, the rest are timed. Huh. Alright. One minute. May give me an edge, huh? Yo, Kaisos, what's up, man? Moving right along. And get anyone else out of the way at the other tables. Oh man, this is 4 minutes though? Jeez. Cold and snow killing winter is fun too. It's a long time to wait for that. What's up, Backlagor? How you doing, bud? It's a long time to wait for that debuff. Lashley, what's up, dude? You hate winter and your name is Ski? Man, this one's not too bad. They got a few minutes in order to get off of there. Yeah, I get 2.5 minutes. Under 2 minutes. Yo, stage, what's up? Just waiting for the debuff. Yule Fest. You'll shoot your eye out. I see what you did. Ah. Yep. Nailed it. No, nowhere near. Definitely not on tier 3.
Greetings, friend.
And come on. Gonna have to eat the big stuff. I don't even have any drinks up here. Well, that's fucking dumb. That is the worst quest. Thought I had enough time in between that. But person there before me got all the good stuff. Oh well.
How can I be of service?
Hello, friend. Could you help me with something?
See, I've done the classy one, that one, the scarf. Need that one. Worse than tier 3 raids? Yeah. That's interesting. I'll say that. I didn't see anybody out there.
Would you do something for me? Hello, friend. Could you help me with something?
Bam. Well, this would be kind of crappy if there's nobody here. Oh, there we go. Oh, 1 minute. Well, this might be impossible to do. Yeah, nobody wants the snowball fight. Alright. I was able to do it the other day. Not even Ernie would snowball with you. Here she comes. Are you in that underhand though? Might not have enough time to do this. Need 8 more. Not enough time. Don't have enough time with a 3-second cooldown. Yep, not enough time. Fucking stupid mechanics. That's the bummer, is when there's something here that you can't do. Like... And then, I mean, the same thing can be said for the, Snow Beast thing up here. I mean, you just click the same thing. All right, 7. Nine. Yeah, no, it's just stuff like that. It's just silly. Cookie Mama has pie. What's up, Renaissance? Alright, let's go turn some of this junk in. So let's see about this snowball fight. His ring's back up.
Can I speak with you a moment? Hello, friend. Could you help me with something?
Yo, Merry Christmas, dude. Oh. So I finish these up and then I'd go to bed with the rest of the fam tonight. Uh, 1 minute till the start. Excuse me. Had a big old dinner tonight and definitely feeling it. Bing, bing, bing. Oh shit. Guess I forgot about getting snow. Bam, bam, bam. There we go. All right, Sarah, have a good one.
can I do for you?
Alright, there we go. So let's see then. Track nearby. Let's find out what else we got. We got the snowman stuff. Need the cap, the pipe, and the coal. Alright. Straightforward enough. But as far as I've done 46 out of the 120 for the tier 3. Nope. Yo, what's up, F-Point?
What is this world coming to? Why are you bothering me? Greetings. Would you do something for me?
No. Let's wait for this dude to respawn here. Where the heck is he actually going?
It's a sorry day. Woe be me.
The snow pile close to the snowball fields. If you use that to make your snowman, it makes a giant version. At least it does if you do the sad looking broken snowman. Alright. I'll take a gander.
Hello there.
What can I do for you?
How can I be of service? What can I do for you?
Need the pipe. Need the pipe and the coal. There's the pipe. Well, we can try it with the, I'm doing the cap wearing one right now. Just saying the broken down one near the snowball field. So we got these snow piles. And there's one down near here. Where's it at, Jeannie? No, I passed it. That's incredibly helpful. Well, the closest one to the fields, there's these 3. Third one on the left. So this one right here. Nope, gotta be the sad one, I guess. Accident.
How can I be of service?
Alright, and then need to find Bill Hyde and then be done. Nice half pint. Where's he at? He's up that way. Sure. You might not be able to in here.
Greetings, friend.
Eh.
Greetings.
Alright, pretty sure that's everything. Yep, that would be it. All right, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and head out for the night. But again, if you guys have any topics that you want to talk about during Echoes in Dark, feel free to email me at bloodbornemmo@gmail.com, and I will write them in so we can have some more stuff to chat about. I wanted to, like I said today, I wanted to talk about the Standing Stone game stuff and do some of the Yule stuff. I need one more day worth to do the intro here, and that'll give me one of these guys as well, so that's cool. So yeah, like I said, that's going to do it for me for tonight. So I hope you guys all had or are having a wonderful holiday season. If you celebrate Christmas specifically, make sure you guys are having a great one with your family, enjoying the time that you do have, and yeah. So I look forward to seeing you guys the rest of the week. Don't forget, we do have the last week of giveaways this week. Meg, are we doing waffles this week? $12:30. Was that Thursday? What day is that? Is that Thursday? Calendars are hard. No, so Friday. Friday. So Friday we're actually going to be doing a $25 gift card to IHOP. So that is going to be the folks here in the U.S. Yeah. We've got Quad Pack on Monday, Turbine Points on Wednesday, and then we have Helm's Deep and IHOP on Friday. So spread the word. Hope to see you guys all there. And that's all I got. So I will see you guys tomorrow night. Have a good one. Take care.